Hi, this is Becca, and thanks for joining me on my wellness workshop series featuring simple recipes you can do with oils from the Premium Starter Kit from Young Living. Now, the recipe we're going to do today is a simple chest rub. Now, chest rubs are great if you've got a little something going on. I know this yo-yo weather we've had throughout the spring is making my head crazy. It's making my kids' heads crazy. Maybe you like to use a chest rub before you exercise. Make sure you're breathing at your best, right? So you can get all that oxygen to your brain and get the best workout that you can. They're really super simple to make. All you need is your essential oils and a carrier oil. Now for chest rubs and stuff, most people like to use coconut oil because it does have a thicker consistency. You get, I don't know, there's something psychologically satisfying there, I think. But just make sure that you're getting organic, you're getting unrefined, cold pressed, and ideally non-GMO. We want to make sure that we're keeping yucky ingredients out, right? That's the whole point of using our oils. So that's what I have here, and I'm going to do a couple of teaspoons today. I'm really targeting my son with this recipe. He's 3, and every time the weather gets a little warm and then drops the next day, he wakes up with like a snotty head. So that's who this is for. You can see there's a little bit of residue in here. This is just a 4-ounce mason jar, and this is for easy storage. Now the oils we're going to use today are Raven and frankincense. Now Raven is a new addition to the Premium Starter Kit. I talked about it in my my Starter Kit 101, my Essential Oils 101, and it smells great. I really love it. It has wintergreen. What else does it have? Oh, I gotta peel the label for this one. Some of them you don't have to. Some of them I'm going to put the cap on so I don't spill it. All right, let's see. Ingredients. Camphor. That's also known as Ravensara, which is where it gets its name from. You also have lemon and wintergreen and peppermint. Now I've used Ravensara and lemon together for a long time, and that's kind of a sniffle staple in my house. So those are already in Raven, and they get a boost from the wintergreen and the peppermint, which I do use on my small children. I know you can look into your own research and use your own discretion. I've been using oils on my children for several years now, and I'm confident that they're fine with this. So it does have a safety cap on it for your kids because of the wintergreen, the high content of, I can't think of the name of it, the primary constituent in wintergreen is not really safe around kids for internal use, not recommended for young children. So, got Raven there. And Raven is designed for this. It is made for this. It is made for breathing well. That's the whole point of it. A lot of people alternate it with RC. You go back and forth. Maybe you'll put Raven in a chest rub, put RC in the diffuser, or alternate, put one on your chest and one on your feet. They pair really nicely together. But the other oil I'm going to add to this is frankincense. Now frankincense is really, really gentle. It's great for children. It can be used undiluted unless you have like the most sensitive skin. Even then, most people can handle it. Even children, most children can handle this, even undiluted. Frankincense has thousands, literally thousands of uses, and it is very soothing. Oh, it's very soothing. It's really comforting and grounding and like, I don't know. But it does great in respiratory stuff as well. So I'm going to partner those together and get a little boost. So let's get to it. I've got my big old jug of coconut oil here, which is not actually that big of a jug, to tell you the truth. And I've got just a spoon out of my kitchen. I think I've said it before. Something I really like about working with oils is that I don't have to really be precise and accurate, measure it perfectly and level it off. Like, that's not necessary. You can kind of eyeball it. So I did 2 spoonfuls here, and when I'm working with my children in mind, when I'm making these rubs, I shoot for about 2 drops per teaspoon of essential oil. That's going to give me around a 2% dilution, which is perfectly sufficient for children. Now, I do share this with them, and if I'm using it on myself, I just might use it more frequently. Or I could take a little bit of it and maybe add a drop of RC to it or something like that. I can spice it up from there. So I've got probably about 3 teaspoons in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that was 6. coming out kind of fast. So, like I said, don't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be accurate. And my frankincense, I'm going to do the same. I just love frankincense. I think this bottle's about empty. Hopefully I can get some out of it. Yeah, there we go. All right. Then I'm just gonna stir it really. Just sort of mash it around so that it gets evenly incorporated. We've had the most crazy winter and spring and the never-ending winter. You think it's finally over and it comes roaring back. You can see I'm wearing a sweater today. And this weekend I wore a sleeveless dress to a lunch, so crazy yo-yo weather, and it's making everybody's heads crazy. So now we have a refill on our chest rub. So there's lots of different choices you can use in a recipe like this. Peppermint is great. Any of the eucalyptus oils is excellent. Like I said, I've used Ravensara and lemon together for a long time. Copaiba and lemon is another good choice. I feel like a lot of people forget about Copaiba for respiratory, but I really love it. Lemon, lavender, and peppermint are an excellent combination for breathing and seasonal irritations. So you can get really, really creative with this basic recipe by changing out the essential oils in it. So I hope you find that helpful, and I hope you'll tune in for the rest of my wellness workshop series.